Hey, what's up guys, SoldierKnowsBest here. Now, if you follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, if you don't, all the links are down below for that. But anyway, if you follow me on those social networks, you probably know that I got a chance to visit the Pixar studios out in California recently. Now, they invited me out there to cover the behind the scenes look at the new upcoming Monsters University movie, one of their animated movies that they've spent years and years working on. So I really couldn't pass up an opportunity to go out to Pixar. And one of the first things I did when I got there was interview the director and producer of the movie, Dan and Corey. Now, I've never done a movie interview before. I've watched them all the time, but this is pretty interesting and new to me. And I just asked them some questions, most of them off the top of my head about things about the movie. So go ahead and check out a couple clips. Now, technically, I think probably one of the main reasons why the movie took so long is that as these movies progress year after year, they get harder to make because you want to do more things with lighting and different things like that. Even the fact that Sully now has 5.5 million hairs on his body. Technically, how difficult was this movie? And what did you really want to convey?
Yeah, I mean, it was great that the fur and the simulated hair on Sully is much easier than it was in 2001, 12 years ago. So that wasn't, simulation is always a challenge. This time it was a challenge to put simulated backpacks on fur and other textured characters. So that was our big jump there, that we learned that backpacks are hard.
Yeah, not the most exciting thing, but it's still hard.
All the little details.
Yeah, exactly.
And next, I got to interview Saskia Unseld, who is the director of Blue Umbrella, which is an animated short that's going to be shown before Monsters University. And it's really the first time Pixar is going for these ultra realistic visuals and animations. And when I first started watching it, I thought somebody really just went to New York City or somewhere and took out the camera and started recording, real people. But all this is animated, from the raindrops, the lighting. You're really going to see something special. And they're not paying me to say this, guys. They're not paying me to promote this movie, but I'm just really excited about the Blue Umbrella animated short by itself. It's pretty cool. And a little bit later, I really got to see, exactly how much detail, how much work goes into making an animated movie. I got to see some artists and some animators actually show me how they go scene by scene, millisecond by millisecond, and make little adjustments to the characters and to the environment as they're just sketching them out on their computer to moving them over to actually animating them in real time. And these processes can take a long time. You're talking about weeks for just a few seconds of on-screen content. They're just working on it for a long time. And really seeing all that and just them telling you how long it takes just to do 1 second of the film, really it gives you a better understanding about why it took so long for them to release this film after the original Monsters Inc. movie. Now, one of my final stops was taking a look at the new lighting technology in this movie. And so Pixar developed this because their original lighting techniques just took a long time. They had so many different layers, and they just wanted to make something simpler to really make this process and make this movie go along a lot faster. And just with a couple of clicks, it seems like they're able to really change the lighting in different environments in the movie, and you can really see all the little details as they change little by little as they're tweaking the lighting. And just this technology by itself is something that I think a lot of people, especially a lot of geeks out there, would be able to appreciate. And then also they talked to just looking at all the individual blades of grass that are in the movie that they had to make sure is animated just right when a character's footstep on them, and all these little details that they spend countless hours detailing and going through that we may never notice while we're watching the movie, but the folks over at Pixar are really just trying to make sure the movie is spot on when they're creating it. One of my favorite stops at Pixar, when I was able to talk to Ricky and Jason, and these are the two guys, or some of the guys that were able to produce all the different characters for the movie. And there are tons of different characters that they had to make unique and make sure they flowed just right. But I really enjoyed when they started talking about how they was able to make the main bad guy, or actually bad girl, in the movie. So go ahead and check this out.
Yeah, Ricky can tell you about down here.
So this is the Scolopendra gigantea, the giant centipede. And it kind of captured both that inherent creepiness and nastiness and grossness and scariness, but also had this wonderful kind of like elegance when you saw it move. And we brought one in, and we had in this little Tupperware. And the lid was just this little thin piece of plastic, and our locking mechanism was like 2 pieces of Scotch tape. We brought in an expert who, would handhold these venomous spiders and poisonous snakes and all these dangerous things, barehanded. And when he saw our Scolopendra, he put on these large, long leather welding gloves and had these metal tongs. And he said this thing is so nasty that if you get bitten by one, you will not die, but you will wish for death.
Oh.
It is just not something you want to mess with. And so he asked, do you want to see it eat a baby mouse or
A mouse?
a cricket? And we're like, let's stay with cricket. We'll do with cricket. No, this picture right here is actually, it's eating a bat.
Wow.
So if you flip it upside down, it's kind of cool. It's kind of Hardscrabble's design.
I also got a chance to see the new Disney Zoom application, which is a pretty cool application. It's basically like augmented reality that allows you to hold up your iPhone and your iPad to a movie poster, and now you'll be able to interact with different objects on the screen. So you can hold up to a poster that's showing all the different clothing, and now it'll give you an option to actually buy that particular piece of clothing, and it'll take you directly to the store. Or if you hold it just to a regular movie poster, you'll be able to go ahead and watch the trailer or watch other information for that movie. And this is a pretty cool application. They said they're going to be rolling this out for all the future movies as they release. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video and just tell you that I had a blast at Pixar. This really was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and everybody there was pretty nice, and everybody who helped me and talked to me and getting this behind the scenes, it was just an awesome. I just really wish I can go back for another movie. But anyway, guys, if you want to check out Monsters University, as you see, just like a quick look at it about how some of the work goes into making a movie like this, you can check out the full product of this movie on June 21st, and it's a pretty fun movie, so I'm pretty sure everybody will like it, from adults and kids. So I want to hear what you think about this behind-the-scenes tour of Pixar. And also, too, what was your favorite Pixar movie? Was it Cars? Was it Up? Just leave your comment down below. And thanks for watching this video, guys, and I will catch you later. Peace.
That's cool.
Cool.
All right. Well, thanks. That's
You're
good.
very welcome.
Thank
Nice
you, man.
to meet you.
Thanks for the walkthrough.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, music on the way out? Outro music?
Sure.
Outro.
The end.